Come on, Dave. Come on. Oh, where'd you move my chair first? Come on. There we go. Good morning, or good evening, everyone. It is currently 22:47, 10:47 p.m. Today is Monday, August 20th. Sorry if I seem a little tired. Just finished having dinner with family. And I have a cat on my lap. Welcome to my discussion I wish to have this evening with you. I'm sure this is a discussion which is going to cause some anger, some frustrations. But I'm in a bit of a frustrated mood right now, and part of that is what's leading this on. The New Age beliefs. Let me just be blunt and honest. That is what this discussion topic is about tonight. The people who talk about the 432 hertz music versus 440 hertz. The people who talk about Carl Jung as the great psychologist and every other psychologist is a liar, a cheat, fake. The people who talk about the biannual, whatever you want to call them, beats that invigorate the spirit and the soul. The people who claim to be shamans and yet all they do is smoke their weed and think that it gives them a vision of the future. And that's what they do. Those who believe that, oh, by being a vegan, I'm shaman. Eating of meat, eating of sugar, eating of this, eating of that. Of these chemicals that aren't organically grown fruit, produce, is poisoning my inner temple, my body. Those people honestly frustrate me. They bring a lot of anger to me. And it's because I can respect that that is their belief, that that is what they wish to believe, and that is what strengthens their convictions, which in turn strengthens their trust and their ability to work with the spirits. That's fine. I'm okay with that. But there are those who then try to push on others. I've had people who try to call me out saying I'm not truly a shaman in their eyes. I'm not truly capable of anything spiritual because I choose to drink Pepsi. I drink Mountain Dew. I just finished having a... You're a smelly cat. I just finished having cake with my family. I had food with them. I'll eat whatever I feel like eating. I don't have this idea of, oh, it needs to be organically this or that or specially preserved. I listen to whatever music I want to listen, whatever I'm interested in listening to. I don't need these special beats to play so I can meditate. Yes, when I do the meditation videos, I play that music for everyone else. Sometimes I won't, sometimes I will, depends on my mood. But I've had people try and call me out because they themselves truly believe that that is the only way. And it frustrates me. They don't come from my personal opinion, as elitist as this sounds, they don't come from a tradition that taught them that. They don't come from a tradition that explained that, or a tradition that emphasized that. They are picking up on trends, on brand new age ideals. I was taught traditions and how to respect and understand them, and then how to take those traditions and further them with new ideas. As I learn, I would learn and take new ideas and add them to what I already knew. That is why I have aspects of Wicca with aspects of shamanism. That is why I have the wax melting and the oil melting, as well as the incense and the normal candles and the smoldering plant. That is why I have what I have. Down here I have alchemical tools. It's why I sit where I sit in life, because I have a strong convictions in my traditions And I learned that the traditions believe in growing and finding a connection to many things. But above all else, I know how important my traditions are. And it's just frustrating to me that there are people in the spiritual community that truly believe with all their heart that only the New Age beliefs are true, are the only correct ones. That everything else is an illusion or this or some other term they'll make up. And they are, in turn, the only correct one. And that upsets me. It angers me. It truly does. Especially because how many of them truly are shamanic? How many of them truly practice, truly speak with the spirits? How many truly do something? And how many just use it as an excuse to try and be rude to others, to feel elite, awoke, whatever the words they use. And again, I'm sure that's going to be something that causes a lot of anger with people. I'm sure this will probably cause a lot of people to comment with, comment with rage and hatred, anger towards me. And that's fine. Because that will show the truth. I am trying to do this discussion to open up from my experiences of what I've seen, to suggest that you can respect others, that they believe what they do, but not demand that they believe they believe what you do. But so many instead try to demand people worship as they do, or believe as they do. For example, the best way, to break it down into pieces. The 432 versus 440 hertz. I've been here, and the binaural beats. I've been hearing that past 4 to 5 weeks constantly, people talking about that in the spiritual community. And personally, when I truly meditate for myself, when I truly do my own invocations, I'll either just have a gentle beat playing. Maybe just a basic drum beat, a heartbeat. Sometimes I just listen to the sound of nature. I don't look for those sounds like that. But if I do, I'm not going to be seeking out a special setup like that. I'm just going to be finding something that works. I know members of my family who will just play old Mexican music or old Native American music, just old flute music. They're not playing the special hertz or special two-way beats or whatever. They're just playing simple, something to help them rest their own mind. But there are people who will do the drum. Some people, when they do invocations, they'll have the drums. And they'll just have the drum, and they'll just boom, boom, boom. And they'll just do that to themselves. And that's what they'll do. That is tradition. Those are traditional ideals. New Age ideals are grabbing these YouTube videos with these special things, using their phone to pull up these apps with these special keyboard programs, and playing this random, in my personal opinion, this random baffling noise just to make themselves connect the same way that the traditionalists did. And it's all because they believe that the traditionalist music is wrong, is corrupted by a system of control. And that's baffling and frustrating to me. Or there are those who believe that, I want to the other point, the second point, the detoxing, purifying poisons, the evils in your body, the whole 9 yards. I hear that all the time. And honestly, it frustrates me to no end. Because I drink what I want. I'll eat what I want. My brother, he'll smoke his cigarettes. He'll drink his beer. My grandfather drinks his Pepsi, his Mountain Dew. He'll eat his chili. He'll eat his eggs. He'll eat with all the salt and everything else he wants. My family, we do whatever we want for it. And you want to call it poison, whatever. We partake of that, but our spirit is still able to communicate. We are still spiritually able to communicate and speak with them, even when we're eating of these poisons that, according to the New Age people, do nothing but destroy. These New Age believers believe that that just destroys destroys the connection, destroys the spirit, corrupts it. I know people older, far, far older than these New Age beliefs, who ate all that stuff and still can communicate with the spirits. And I know young people who are trying to do all this stuff. And it's frustrating that they think that by doing all this, they are automatically better than me because, oh, I'm poisoning myself. I'm destroying this. I don't actually have a spiritual connection. I just delude myself. I've been told that many times by people. And it is frustrating. I will say that outright. Anyways, the third part, related to the marijuana, the drugs, the whatever. I know people who talk about, well, this culture over here, they would take of this drink and this plant, and it would give them the vision. They would partake of it as a group, and that's what I'm doing. I'm trying to replicate that. And here's my question I will always ask to people who claim to be shamanic, claim to gain shamanic knowledge and experiences through their drugs or whatever. The whole 9 yards. This is my question I'll ask this. Alright? So you claim to have spoken to the spirits through your trance state imposed by these drugs. You were given knowledge, given the ability to do something, given your quest, whatever. What do you do with that? Because I know from experience, when I've been called along by the spirits, when I've been meditating, sleeping, working, and a sign shows itself to me, for example, I've been working there before and suddenly I hear these sounds line up so well, it sounds like church bells ringing. Boom. And I raise my head confused, and I swear I see light glowing around me. I see a subtle change in the atmosphere. And I get this feeling of foreboding, of concern, of protecting someone, of checking on someone. And then I look around and I talk to people, and I find out that a friend of mine was badly depressed. This happened a few months ago. A friend of mine who is of a Christian Protestant belief. Through the spirits, was given the ability and knowledge to talk to them and help them when I wasn't even thinking about it. And that didn't require any drugs. That didn't require any special music. That was just truly connecting to the spirits and being aware of what it is to be connected to them. But there are people who will smoke their marijuana, drink their special drink, their blah, 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 their etc., whatever they're doing, and do nothing. All they'll do is smoke their weed, get their visions, wake up. I saw the truth. I saw this. I was given this. I want to smoke some more. That is not where shaman is. Shamans are not just weed smokers, drug addicts. They're not just spiritualists who partake of their spiritual whatever means and then leave at that. A shaman, a true shaman, takes what they were given, takes the signs they were given, the knowledge, the power, and they return it to the world to heal the world and restore the spirit of the world. By restoring every person's spirit, by restoring one person's spirit, you are healing the world. And that was what I was taught. And that is why there can be a Catholic shaman that I know of. Members of my family are Catholic shamans. They use the rosary, they use the saints as the spirits. I know shamans who are brujo and bruja, who know the brujeria. I know shamans who are of a lot of things that don't even use the word shaman, but they carry the spirit of of what the shaman is. They act as a shaman, and they actually do something with what they're given. And in my mind, that means more to me. That is more of a true shaman than what I see of a lot of people that claim to be in the spiritual community. To show an example, a chat group I'm a part of on my phone, or a chat app I use, has several spiritual communities on it. I'm going to load it up right now. I'm bringing up a chat group that's in it. So, someone talking about how his stepdad the food his stepdad buys him, he doesn't like it. He talks about how his family eats junk, how he likes to get high and fast, how he listens to 432 hertz music, how blissful it is. Asked if I smoked weed, I told him no. He says that he dances to this music, he drives to this music. He says he uses weed for spiritual purposes. Says, I'm a shaman. I see and think truth when I'm high. Then I said, oh, I'd love to hear more about this, trying to promote a conversation, hopefully to convince him and show him elsewise. Smoking weed and observing your environment is easy. Try it. And it's frustrating. It truly is to me. Because that is what I see constantly in the spiritual community. I don't see traditions. I see people attacking the traditions. And I don't know if they're doing it on purpose or if they're just ignorant and they don't know. But personally, I find that insulting. It is frustrating. It is insulting. If I was speaking to these people in person, I am sure I would be suddenly unable to move because my spirits would be trying to keep me from punching the bastard in the face. Because that is insulting to me. It is insulting to everything I believe. To see someone believe that their New Age websites, their Google searches, their YouTube videos are years beyond the traditions. And yes, I know that sounds hypocritical considering I'm speaking over a YouTube video. But I'm not speaking on this video to educate you guys or tell you what is right or wrong. I'm merely opening up this as a discussion, which is where I now open up the comments and would love to talk with you, my friends. I would love to hear what you guys think. Perhaps you guys see it differently than I do. I would love to hear and see what you think. And for now at least, I'll see you guys tomorrow morning with the morning prayer or morning meditation. I wish you all a blessed night and restful dreams. As you lay your head, may your sorrows be lifted. May your ears and eyes, as they close and rest, hear the spirits as they whisper amongst the night sky. Have a nice night.